Welcome to Cook Chinese Now, the show that brings authentic Chinese cooking into your home.
Every few weeks, we hope to be bringing you guys an exciting new recipe that you can learn how to cook. Each recipe and demonstration was designed by my mother-in-law, her mom, who over the course of her life has amassed an amazing skill set as a Chinese cook.
We hope to share these techniques with you so that you too can become confident in Chinese cooking.
For our very first episode, we're going to be starting with a beginner dish that, although basic, is a staple in Chinese cooking: fried tomato and egg. To cook this meal, you'll need the following ingredients: 3 tomatoes, 4 eggs, 1 stem of green onion, vegetable oil, soy sauce, salt, and optionally crushed white pepper. Let's move on to preparation. Remember to wash all vegetables before handling. We'll start by cutting the green onion stems into halves and separating out the white and green portions. Each portion is used at different times during the cooking process, as we'll show later. Start by dicing the white portion in fine slices and set those aside for use for later on. Then we can move on to the green portion of the green onion. Again, make thin slices and set aside for use later. For the tomatoes, 1 tomato will be finely cut to create a sauce. Cut the first tomato into thin slices, assuring not to pass through the bottom of the tomato. Next, rotate the tomato 90 degrees and again make fine slices. Remember to avoid cutting through the tomato's bottom. This allows for easy manipulation of the tomato while cutting. The tomato can then finally be rotated on its side and again cut completely through to make fine cubes. The cubes can then again be diced and then set aside in their own bin. Then onto the other tomatoes. These other 2 tomatoes can be cut more quickly and crudely into larger bite-sized bits. Again, set the tomatoes aside separately for use later. Finally, we'll prepare the eggs. Crack all 4 eggs and together in a bowl, whisk them. And that's it. We're done with preparation. Let's move on to cooking. In a medium-sized pan, add 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil and set the stove to high heat. Allow the oil to warm. Then add the prepared eggs. Allow the eggs to sit in the pan and take on shape. Sparingly stir for several cycles. It is important here to remember to remove the eggs before they are fully cooked. This is because the soft and tender egg does a better job of absorbing the tomato's juices and adds to the flavor. Remove the eggs and set them aside to cool. In the same medium-sized pan, add in 1 teaspoon of oil and set the stove to high heat. Next, add the white portion of the green onion into the pan. Stir-fry the onions until they become fragrant. Then, add in the thinly sliced tomatoes into the pan. Reduce the temperature to medium-high heat. Then, continue to stir-fry the tomato and onion. Next, add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. Continue to stir all contents together and soften the mix. Next, add in the beaten eggs. We'll then add in the largely sliced tomatoes into the pan and stir all contents together. At this point, we are looking for the tomatoes to just begin to soften. That's when we know we're almost done. The heat can be returned again to high and continue to stir the contents. Finally, we'll add the green portion of the green onions into the mix and continue to stir fry the contents. You can now turn off the heat and continue to mix. And if desired, for an extra kick, a half teaspoon of white pepper can be added. And that's it. You're done. Serve and enjoy.
Thanks for tuning in with us at Cook Chinese Now.
If you liked this episode and would like to see more content, give us that old thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.